A drenched Allied officer retrieves a waterproof case washed ashore. Inside, a torn battlefield map stamped secret. It shows the correct German positions, the ones never given to the front line. A betrayal? A cover-up? The truth emerges. A junior officer misinterpreted a coded German transmission and marked the defensive shift as decoy movement. The corrected message, ordering the landing to shift 800 meters east, never reached the assault team. General Gerhardt breaks down, realizing thousands died because of one wrong command. The beach is filled with bodies. Over 2,000 Allied soldiers fall within hours. Families receive telegrams for months. Hale survives, but carries the horror forever. The war shifts. The Allies win, but at a cost that could have been avoided. Or a fatal miscommunication. The truth inches closer. Had the order reached on time, the Allies would have landed on a softer German line, saving thousands and speeding the war's end. The declassified files prove how close the Allies came to catastrophic failure. In war, one message can save a nation. One mistake can destroy it. And this was the mistake that nearly lost World War II. Thanks for Watson WW2 Files 39. June 1944. One hidden order from Allied HQ sent thousands into a silent death trap. For 70 years, no one dared reveal who gave that order. We are continue like subscribe for next video. Normandy, 1944. The Allies prepare for the largest assault in military history. The U.S. 29th Infantry Division, led by Major General Charles Gerhardt, alongside British units under General Miles Dempsey, wait for final clearance to move. The beaches are quiet, too quiet, and every officer senses the air vibrating with fear. Reports from naval scouts warn that the German 352nd Infantry Division, commanded by General Dietrich Kraiss, has reinforced the coastline. Still, the Allied troops believe they have surprise on their side. Young soldiers like Private Thomas Hale clean their rifles with shaking hands, whispering about incoming storms and enemy mines. If something goes wrong out there, no one's coming back, Hale mutters, staring into the fog. Meanwhile, senior officers gather around a dimly lit table aboard the USS Ancon, arguing over intelligence that seems incomplete. Maps show German defenses thinning, but local French resistance messages tell the opposite. Night creeps in. The wind rises. Naval ships reposition. Every man on the front line knows dawn will decide their fate. But they don't know one thing. A message, an urgent correction, was supposed to reach the front line. It never did. And because of that missing order, thousands will walk straight into a trap the Germans prepared for months. The stage is set. The world is seconds from witnessing a mistake that almost lost the war. Hours before the landing, Allied radio stations begin malfunctioning. Static drowns out crucial German intercepts. A weather officer warns of rising crosswinds, but his report is dismissed as minor deviation. Meanwhile, British codebreakers at Bletchley Park intercept a German signal indicating major troop movement toward Omaha. Yet the message reaches the invasion staff 4 hours too late. General Gerhardt senses something wrong. Why would the Germans reinforce a weak sector? He questions, but the answer never arrives. The communication lines between Naval Command and beach assault teams grow unstable. Signals drop. Instructions repeat. Confusion spreads. German General Kraiss, having cracked parts of the Allied pattern, orders machine gun nests to reposition under darkness. His officers prepare a deadly crossfire corridor. Hidden 88mm cannons are rolled into new positions overlooking the beach. Back on the Allied ships, soldiers feel the tension shifting. Private Hale hears an officer whisper, "We're blind out there." The fear sinks deeper. No one knows the enemy has already adapted. No one knows the wrong intel is about to cost thousands of lives. But the worst part? A crucial coded message, warning that the Germans had moved an entire regiment, was still sitting undelivered in a radio room aboard the HMS Hawkins. The clock ticks. Minutes before the landing, officers realize the landing maps are outdated. Defense bunkers drawn as destroyed remain intact. The fog thickens, confusing navigation boats. Platoons drift several hundred meters off course. Internal arguments break out. Shift the landing point. We don't have clearance. We're heading straight into fortified guns. General Gerhardt tries to radio the naval command. No connection. Meanwhile, whispers among the soldiers grow darker. Hale hears 2 sergeants talking. Intel says the beach is lightly defended, but resistance reports say hundreds of German rifles. Confusion becomes dread. Inside the German bunkers, Kreiss's men wait silently, protected, calm, and perfectly positioned. Their machine gunners stare into the fog, fingers resting on triggers. They are not surprised. They are prepared. The Allies, however, walk blind. Then something strange happens. A courier rushes to Gerhardt with a sealed envelope, the long-delayed document. But the officer delivering it is killed instantly by a sudden shell burst. The envelope falls into the sea, sinking into darkness, carrying the warning that could have saved thousands. Seconds remain. Tension peaks. At 6:31 a.m., the sea erupts. German artillery fires first, not the Allies. Landing craft explode. Boats flip. Screaming soldiers fall into the cold water. Gerhardt realizes the truth. We were sent to the wrong beach sector. German machine gunners open fire from cliffs the Allies never expected to be manned. Hill's boat is hit. Bodies fall around him as he dives underwater, dodging bullets slicing the surface. Officers shout conflicting orders. Advance. Pull back. Stay low. The assault collapses into chaos. Hundreds are pinned with no cover. Gerhardt watches in horror, his entire division marching straight into an ambush created by one wrong decision. As the carnage unfolds, surviving officers discover the scale of the enemy's strength. The German 352nd Division wasn't scattered. It was hidden, reinforced, and waiting. Bodies pile up on the sand. Soldiers scream for medics. Hale crawls behind a metal obstacle as bullets chip away at it. Officers learn the truth. Someone misread the German troop movement. Someone hid the real intel. Someone ignored the warning. A classified document surfaces aboard HMS Hawkins. It states the Germans shifted forces 3 days earlier. 3 high-ranking officers knew. None spoke.